minutes. Okay.
It used to be 5.
Sorry, it's the cuts.
Well, no one's advised me, so let's do 5, but I'll try and go very quickly, okay? So I'm Kate Crawford, Ward Councillor for East Acton. I'm here with Hitesh Taylor, also Ward Councillor, to talk on this. I'm going to focus mostly on the height and to leave the rest to the debate. So residents, so I'm representing the residents who live on either side of Western Avenue, a short distance from this proposed development, and those residents in Ebbett and Trentham Court who've indicated their concerns about this proposal, which is a disappointing departure from the reasonably careful and considered developments in Victoria Road, where we had the stepping and also with Ebbett Court, Trentham Court, Imperial College, and which were designed to sit quite comfortably next to each other and are now the established tall buildings. It's always been a concern to me that our planners actually failed to provide a master plan at the beginning of the decision to make this a tall building area. And that means that an awful lot of proposals, majority proposals done piecemeal, and they sort of go by what was done beforehand. And in fact, what we've seen lately is each new proposal outdoing the other in height. And this is a concern because we don't know when it's going to stop. There's been little consideration of either the imposing height of the blocks and towers of 32 and 42-storey addition to the local skyline, or the infrastructure that is so desperately lacking. I mean, a lot of it's in our local plan about the church in Acton, and maybe those new buildings, residents in new buildings are enjoying the skyline. I find it remarkable that the report makes no mention of the residents living in Ebbett and Trentham Court in the near vicinity who are now sandwiched in this development area and are going to be dwarfed by this proposal. The lack of stepping and phasing in this development, in stark contrast to the way the NEC building was developed, leads to very serious concerns about the cumulative impact for the residents of Parkview, Rosebank Way and Cecil Road. The sheer size of this development jeopardises the progress made in securing smaller and appropriate development along the Western Avenue, which faces this proposed development. These new homes, being built by Notting Hill Housing Association, will certainly feel dwarfed faced with 30-odd and 42-storey developments at such close proximity. And these developments are coming further towards the suburban community. This is why the staging of this development is so important, to ensure it is not overbearing in nature to the suburban community opposite, to deliver a more appropriate and workable aspect. It's my firm belief that the proposed development is out of character with the tall buildings. It will sit alongside and in front of. The mix of blocks rising to 42 stories should be sited behind the proposed 33-storey perfume factory development, which has been agreed, and not in front of it and so close to the community across the road. The report highlights that the density is significantly above the upper guideline of the Mayor's plan, and the developer's claim to have created a human scale at ground level rings hollow. Without adequate amenity space or any other measure to mitigate the wind tunnels or the fact that the surrounding ground area will be cast into shade, not only by this development, but by the future developments, which will be consuming any space left. And please note, no information has been provided to identify 12 plus years child play space. This is a concern, and and could indicate the potential problems of this community in the tall building area. I ask the committee to reject this application because of the overbearing nature, that it is out of character with its surroundings, and the lack of consideration for its undoubted impact on local residents living at the back and facing it. Thank you.